It's time for another edition of the Sports Couch here on AreaSports.net. I'm Randy Olson. The Sports Couch is brought to you by People's National Bank, serving you with locations throughout Southern Illinois, member FDIC, and by Carter Turf and Tractor, your local Kubota dealer located in Fairfield, and by Wainwright Propane and Sporting Goods, also located in Fairfield. Week 5 of the high school football season, and the Fairfield Mules with a come-from-behind victory at home against the Carmi Bulldogs, 30-28. And joining us on the phone again is head coach of the Mules, Justin Townsend. And Coach, congratulations on the win. It's another one that wasn't really easy. You were behind at halftime, but once again, you made great adjustments at halftime and came out smoking in the second half and took care of the Bulldogs. So congratulations.
Yeah, very, very satisfying victory. Had to overcome some adversity. A lot like we've had to, it seems like, all season, whether it's injuries or, playing a really improved football team like Carmi. But our kids responded once again the second half, and we got a couple of huge stops in the second half, something that we weren't able to do in the first half. And, we were able to close out the game and get the win.
Well, and you were able to move the ball both on the ground and in the air. In fact, you had a touchdown pass in addition to the rushing touchdown. So definitely spreading the ball around and able to use multiple weapons.
Yeah, we got a lot of different guys carrying the football right now. It's kind of, whoever's healthy that week, that's what we're going with. And, for the most part, we've had a lot of success, and I give a lot of credit to our offensive line. They've played really well the last few weeks, and we're able to take some shots down the field that I think is also helping our run game. Not that we're throwing for a lot of yards, but I think that teams got to honor that and definitely be aware of that, and maybe that keeps an extra guy out of the box, and that in turn helps your running game. We feel like we're kind of banged up right now, but we've really got through the big meat part of our schedule, I think the playoff caliber teams, so we feel like maybe we got an opportunity that, moving forward, maybe we can get healthy and hopefully continue to win.
Well, and I don't think the conference race is really over yet, because Johnson City, even though they're in the leaderboard right now because of their win over you, they've still got to face Sesser and Carmi, so they've still got some tall mountains to climb.
Yeah, and that's kind of where we're looking at. We've played those three teams you hit on, and I had a couple of conversations this weekend with other coaches, and I really feel like the top half of the conference this year is really good. I think in years past it was kind of just us and everybody else, but I really feel like Fairfield, JC, Carmi, and Sesser are very, very good football teams, and have the potential to win some playoff games this year. It's just a matter of if we have anything left come playoff time, because we're all beat up. And then you got to look at even Flora really gave JC all they could handle this past weekend, it sounds like. So, I feel like the top of the conference is much improved this year.
Well, and I think that matchup between Flora and Hamilton County this coming weekend will probably be an interesting matchup too. That could go either way.
Yeah, and I think that's the game. I'm kind of looking down the road. We have CZR and this week, which they're kind of hard to figure out. I feel like if you talk to anybody down there, maybe they've underachieved a little bit this year, because they do have some talented kids there. I just know losing their quarterback in the offseason hurt them. But, you kind of feel like at any point in time they could put it together, So I don't think they're just going to come to Fairfield and let us walk over them by any means. I know Coach Hargrove won't do that. But, yeah, I look at that Hamilton County game. If they can beat Flora this week, I think they still have the Vienna bye maybe on their schedule, the forfeit win. So they're going to be in a position where if they can get another one, they're going to be a playoff team. And so that definitely could make our situation with them a little more interesting, especially we actually have to play them on a Saturday afternoon. They had problems finding officials, so it could have definitely a playoff atmosphere for a late season game.
Yeah, you mentioned you got CZR on the schedule this week, and even though you are probably heavily favored on paper, I know you're not going to take them lightly because anything can happen. It's high school football.
No, I mean it's still high school football, and just with the way things are, the week in and the week out, and there's some other factors too, obviously with COVID and things like that. We've been pretty fortunate, but you never know. Maybe some week you may have somebody, and some week you don't, and so we're just trying to push through and try to put our kids in the best possible situation to be successful every week. And fortunately, we're 4-1, but I think we're super battle tested. And I feel like our kids, hopefully come playoff time, are probably going to be a lot better off because of the type of season that we've had. Obviously, we want to win the conference. We hope that Cesar or Carmi, one of those teams, can knock off Johnston City, and if Cesar beats them, great. We'll gladly share it three ways. But if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen, and we're just trying to worry about ourselves and close out our season and go 8-1. As of right now, we do not have a Week 9 game. We've talked to a few schools, but we're kind of in a holding pattern right now. We are banged up. I know I've said that a few times, but I mean, at one point in time, Friday night, we didn't have our whole starting backfield. Three backs were out. And we got a couple linemen out. And all conference caliber kids are sitting out right now, and we're just really hoping that by week 10 we're back full and ready to go. And so we're kind of evaluating that situation on a week-to-week basis, and we're going to go ahead and have senior night this coming week, and then our next game will be homecoming. So we're kind of getting that stuff knocked out, but we'll see what happens come week 9 and do what's best for our team.
Yeah. You mentioned having guys banged up and different guys having to play different positions and step up and go to the depth and that sort of thing. Noah Barger with a big game for you. He comes and ends and rushes for 80 yards and then and gets a couple passes, including a touchdown pass. So he had 40 yards receiving. So big game for Noah.
Yeah, you've probably seen it on social media. It probably had the catch of the year maybe in Southern Illinois. It was one heck of a catch down the sideline. So we'll but he has came up huge for us this year. He didn't play football until last spring, so he's been playing football for about a year now,
That's amazing.
And the impact he's had, I mean, he's got 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns, which is huge, and starts on defense for us, returns punts. Now we're playing a little bit more at receiver, but I mean, he stepped right in at the running back position and just did a great job for us. And it's running back by committee, literally. I haven't looked at the stats, but I think we got 5 or 6 guys this year that have rushed for over 100 yards at least. So where a lot of different guys are carrying the ball. We got McGuire Taylor's out right now with an ankle. Camden Robbins is playing, but he's nowhere near 100% with the shoulder, basically playing with one arm. And, Jay Morey's got a dinged up ankle. But, a lot of these guys are trying to gut through and push through. And, like I said, the great thing is our offensive line's playing pretty well right now. So it's helping those backs out. And we're just hoping we can keep pushing through. But, yeah, we're definitely spreading the wealth, and our kids are responding.
Something else I noticed from the stat sheet on the Carmi win, your third down conversions. You got to be happy with that. 8 out of 15, that's 53%. That's much better on third down conversions as of late.
Yeah, and that all goes back to our offense being able to get 4 or 5 yards on first down, second down, putting us on the third and short situations. So that all goes back to that, being good on first down, trying to eliminate negative plays, eliminate penalties. We've done a really, really good job of that. We had one big turnover Friday night that really hurt us, but that was it. We've really cut down on those since our loss to Johnston City, and made it a point really to be a little bit more disciplined, penalty-wise, but then also ball security, and we're telling that too with, our quarterback Rogers. If we do throw the football, we want to be smart with the football, make good decisions, and, live to play the next down, So, and our kids are doing a lot with that, and I think also our special teams are much improved, which has been good for us.
Well, and the defense really stepped up big in the second half because even though the final score was 30-28, that last touchdown by Carmi wasn't scored until a minute 15 left in the game, so they almost threw a shutout in the second half.
Yeah, coming in, Carmi had the Southern Illinois' leading rusher, and I'm not sure where he sets in the state, but he was averaging Isaac King, very good junior running back. He had over 800 yards in 4 games, and I think we held him to 120 yards on 22 carries, I believe.
Yes, that's right.
So, that's, you can do the math a little bit, but pretty tremendous effort by our defense. And, he's very, very good, and, they have the odd kid at fullback, too. He's really good, great on defense. They got a couple of really good junior football players. And, the thing that's, we got up 30-20, and, the big thing that also was a huge factor in the game was 2-point conversions. We've been really preaching on our guys about being, we got to convert those. And we were able to get 3 of the 4, and really it was a big difference in the game on how the end of the game was played. We knew we were up 10. We knew that they didn't, I think they had 1 timeout. And, we essentially made them, I think they had to drive 60 or 70 yards for that last touchdown. And we kind of bent, but we didn't break. We kind of took the approach that, they may score here, but let's not let them score quick. And, that really worked out in our favor. They did score with a little over a minute to go, and then, they were out of timeouts, and essentially, we had to recover the onside kick. And if for some reason we didn't get the onside kick, they were out of timeouts, and they were still going to have to go another 50 yards. So, those 2-point conversions really ended up being huge in the outcome of the game.
Right, sure did. Well, Coach, again, we appreciate your time today on the Sports Couch. Congratulations on the win over Carmi, improving to 4-1 on the season, and best of luck as you prepare for CZR this weekend, all right?
Absolutely. Thank you.
Take care. All right. Thanks. Bye-bye. That's head coach Justin Townsend of the Fairfield Mules joining us on today's edition of the Sports Couch. And, of course, the Sports Couch has been made possible today by People's National Bank, serving your financial needs throughout Southern Illinois with locations near you. Member FDIC. Also by Carter Turf and Tractor, your local Kubota dealer located in Fairfield. And by Wainwright Propane and Sporting Goods, also located in Fairfield. Sports Couch is a production and presentation of AreaSports.net. I'm Randy Olson reporting.